So we aren't talking about the movie Deadman Apocalypse. No, this isn't a zombie film, before you go any further. This one is actually written and directed by Charlie Steeds and stars Costa, Chard, Kate Marie Davis and Barrington de la Roche. It's a bizarre film which is kind of reminiscent, somewhat at least, of the kind of the Mad Max style post-apocalyptic films. Now we have some basically some exposition at the beginning of the movie telling us basically what has happened to this world. And essentially, the kind of the world's population is split into two, whilst the majority of people are kind of go underground. Basically, there are some people who are kind of still hunting for water, which is this kind of like rare property at this time of age. And it follows this character called Jack Deadman, who has kind of been revered as this kind of like this mythical badass, basically. And it kind of follows his adventures, kind of fighting against this kind of like this warlord, I guess. The plot, I have to say, is somewhat convoluted, and we're expected to know things that I don't feel that the film really sets up properly. The main striking thing about this film is its aesthetics. 90% of this film is basically filmed in these kind of strange corridors, which are made up of wooden pallets. There must be a hell of a lot of wooden pallets in this world, is all I can say. We do get a bit of kind of exterior shots towards the end of the film, but the vast majority is shot in these kind of like these kind of tunnels. So it has this kind of first-person kind of feel to it, like a kind of first-person game, or it reminds me a little bit of Cube in a way. But the thing is with this film, it's a bizarre kind of like world to live in. You're sort of questioning the logic of how is this, you know, who has made all these tunnels and how have a wooden tunnel survived and things like this. And unfortunately, I struggle to really say too many positive things about this film, because I feel it's kind of it's weak in its kind of plot setup. The acting I feel is pretty bad. The main character seems to be ADR'd, and it's pretty obvious, but the rest of the cast as well, the line delivery unfortunately is sadly lacking on the most part. It's obviously a very low budget film. There's only so much you can do, obviously, with it, especially with this. I feel with a sci-fi film when you have such kind of low budget, but nonetheless, it really does kind of show. It has some. I guess it's trying to have some interesting ideas that I feel it just doesn't have the kind of the ability to really kind of to sort of show through. There are some kind of some somewhat low budget fun action sequences, but I feel as a film as a whole, it's very convoluted. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. It seems very kind of farcical and kind of like very kind of basic at certain times, very kind of juvenile. And unfortunately, the acting is just universally bad, unfortunately. So I can't really give too much of a recommendation on the thing. It does have a couple of interesting ideas here and there, but overall, I have to give this movie a 2.5. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Leave me a comment, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.